Hello, nerdlings, and welcome to Mini Masters Live. Today we have KB Paints. Hello, KB. Welcome on in. So, do you want to start off by just telling us how you got into the hobby?
Yeah, so Christ, it was as a kid. Funnily enough, it was a Scorpion King. They had like a school club. I was a bit of a nerd, so I went to the school Warhammer club. Went there, and then I was like, well, now I need to see what this is. And now I went into was met by the Red Games Workshop shops back in the day. Yeah, that's what started me off. To be fair,
Nice. And you said it was a Scorpion?
It was Two Kings.
Two Kings. Oh, nice. And did you just see those models and fall in love with them?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, when I painted it, it was beige.
I love that. Just one flat colour.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it still bright green bases as well?
Of course. That's the only way to do it, isn't it?
The proper entrance, the right way.
Took me years to realise that's not what you're supposed to do.
I love it. And what was it about the hobby that kind of hooked you in, kept you going?
Do you know what? Back in the day, it was playing it. And then kind of as I got much older, I realised I can't read these rules. Like, it's too much, especially when you play with people and they're like, oh, 3 up, 4 up, that's a 3. Take me 20 minutes to look at the chart and figure out, all right, this is, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're in cover, that's a, what? Just let me play the game.
I suppose they change it every year as well, don't they?
Too much. By the time it'd take me a year to read it.
Just not good enough, is it? And was there any kind of like people or models in particular, anything that really inspired you at the beginning?
I did really like the 40k stuff. So, you know, the old Eldar, the old Space Marines, like a lot of it was quite metal, like metal miniatures.
Yeah.
They were a pain in the ass to put together. Like, that kind of put me off for quite a while until they started brought out plastic. And then they brought out resin. And then that put me off.
It's just been a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
I love it. And did you have like any like mentors or anything whilst you were going through?
No, it was literally a case of get the models, shabbily put them together. Maybe an arm fell off, didn't matter. Play a game, and that was about it.
Love it. Very just trying to get the hang of it.
Yes.
So looking back on that, because you said it was about 15 years ago. Looking back on that, what advice would you have given to fresh KB as a kid that was just starting painting and playing?
Don't give up, really. It's probably the thing. Because as a kid, kind of going from a kid into a teenager, I kept up with it. And then it's kind of as I became like kind of in my 20s, kind of that's when I kind of stopped really for like 15 years almost. But just kind of pursue with it. I mean, back in the day, it was a very much, there wasn't as much social media around it as there is now. And it wasn't kind of geek, let's say like geek culture in general, wasn't as accepted as it is now.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a thing of, I don't really want to do that because I might get picked on. But how I am now, it's kind of more of a case of, do you know what, just be you. It's what I tell my kids now, like, bugger everyone else, just do what makes you happy.
I love that. Yeah, totally, definitely. Very empowering. And what was the hobby kind of like back then in comparison to now?
So I feel like social media has massively kind of exploded the hobby because obviously now you can see, I mean, don't get me wrong, back in the day when I couldn't see other people's artwork, I was like, yeah, I'm a really good artist. And now when you see everyone else's, you're like, oh, God, what has happened?
Looking at Roman Lapats and then yours, and you're like,
yes, yeah, exactly. God damn you, Dink and Dad Hammer.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't kind of as popular. I don't think as popular as it is now. Maybe not as accessible either. Because I remember I didn't get many miniatures because it was quite expensive. I mean, it's quite expensive now. But back then, I think I got my first kind of warband. My nan won the lottery. It wasn't a lot. It was just enough that she spent on all the grandkids at Christmas, and I got my first kind of warband, is probably the best way to say it. And that was like the first kind of big set that I ever had, and it was Dark Eldar and Space Marines, if I remember right.
Oh wow, that's amazing! I love that. Nana wins the lottery, and it's a gateway into plastic.
Yeah, basically.
Little did she know.
Just give me a bag of cocaine. It was probably cheap.
Yeah, if she'd have handed you first drugs, you'd be spending less today.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So within the kind of length of time you've been in the hobby, you've dabbled in some competitions, and you won an Armies on Parade, didn't you? Was it Armies on Parade?
Yeah, Armies on Parade. This was like about 17, 18 years ago now. Amazing. So it was the first competition I ever kind of entered. And did that, and that was I'll be honest, it sat out in Coventry's Games Workshop for a few years before they then moved over. And at that point, I just kind of left there. It was massive. I basically got, the pond pumps that you can get for the gardens. I basically got, as part of like the board, I basically bought the building kits, the futuristic buildings. So got all them, put them all up on the board. Bought there used to be this statue. You have to forgive me because I do not know my 40k lore at all. But it was like a Warhammer man Space Marine statue, basically. Hollowed him out and actually had live water running through.
That's amazing. So you made a water feature.
Actually, a real life water feature in the middle of the gaming board, and then put all my space walls around it. Had a flyer and everything. It took me months.
Wow, that's impressive. I'm not surprised that one. That's amazing.
No, it didn't. That's the thing. I got silver. Livid.
What beat you? Do you remember what beat yours?
I don't. Do you know what? I don't. It was something fantasy based though, because I did remember looking at it and going, oh, "Okay, that's pretty cool." But it doesn't have water.
An actual water feature.
I know exactly. Water and electricity and plastic.
That grossly misjudged. Grossly misjudged.
I thought it was a fix.
I agree. Yeah. And so, what did it mean to you at the time, like getting that silver award?
Do you know what? It was it was the first kind of painting thing I'd done. It kind of solidified for me that actually there is a chance I can kind of enter competitions and stuff. Just having almost a justification for it, if that makes sense. Just someone sort of say, oh, actually, yeah, what you've done is good. Not the best, but good enough.
Oh, no. Oh, it doesn't matter that second's nearly the top to an artist, does it? It's second to not winning. And you said you didn't get the piece back?
No, well, it was massive, right? It was huge, and I had to build like this base for it to hold all the water and the electrics and everything. Yeah. And at the time, I didn't drive, so I was like, "You can be buggered if I'm taking that on the bus." So I just left it there. I said, "Look, the guy at the store manager at the time, his name was Dave, a good friend of mine." I said, "Oh, I'm just going to leave this here," and I tried to sell it to him like it was a good display piece.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, loads of people look at that and come in," and he said, "Oh, go on then, we'll keep it here." So it just stayed there. I didn't really have space for it.
That's heartbreaking. That's really quite heartbreaking, because is it kind of just in the ether now? Because you said they moved.
Yeah, so they moved, and since then I haven't seen it. But it was there. I'll tell you what, it was there for about 12 years.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Yeah. They must have loved it. I bet everyone did comment on it. Having a water feature in the window is definitely gonna turn some heads, isn't it? And what did you kind of change for that competition in terms of painting? Like, what was your this is what I need to do to hit that next level thought process kind of thing?
So back then, the painting style was massively different to what it is now. So back then, it was very much the heavy metal side of painting. That's what won competitions. So it was very much clean edge highlights, kind of quite grimdark-esque, kind of quite dark tones. Whereas now it's all about kind of high contrast volumetric highlights. So it was very different style to what it is now.
Yeah. Oh, you've frozen on us. Oh no. Oh no, we've lost KB.
It was more a case of spending the time to get the miniatures because you could get it, saying that's done, and then going on to the next one.
Yeah, so it's more like a almost conveyor belt system rather than
yes.
the
yeah. Batch paint, get it out. Yeah,
like we were saying a few days ago, the difference between us and Dink and Dad having their patience with glazing.
Exactly. They wait for their paints to dry.
Yeah, nah. Don't have that kind of patience.
No.
So after your big break, what kind of caused your big break of Warhammer?
Doing that Armies on Parade really burnt me out, in honesty. And then I was working on a piece for Golden Demon, and that burnt me out as well. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? I just kind of lost it a little bit. And then life just kind of gets in the way. And that I can't say there was one thing that I was like, oh, I'm not doing it anymore. It was just fizzled out, really. It's probably the best way to do it.
You know, so many people say as well, after a Golden Demon, they're done.
I didn't even enter it. And I was like, oh, God.
But you worked on it, and I think that's the bit. That's the bit that does it for everyone.
I don't even know where it's gone now. That's a frustrating thing.
Oh my God.
I know.
All these lost miniatures. You need to keep that.
Literally, there's a graveyard of lost miniatures.
Oh no, that's devastating. So after all of that, what then pulled you back in? What brought you back fully?
To be fair, it's only been recently. So there was a couple of board games I was buying in that kind of interim, and obviously these board games come in miniatures, kind of like Mice and Mystics, Mansions of Madness, and I was just playing them, and they had miniatures. Like, I'll get my old paints out and just start again. Then I saw the Travelling Man thing, and I was like, do you know what? It'll be fun. Let's give it a go. Let's have a go, basically. And then that basically brought me back to kind of doing a bit of painting.
Oh, I love that. The Travelling Man competition is really cool. I don't blame you there. It's really, really awesome. So then what inspired you to kind of like start posting your work on TikTok and joining the TikTok verse?
In honesty, it was you guys and you, because I seen you on a live, like you were speaking to there was a couple of you on live, and I was like, and you were just chatting. I was like, I'm just working on kind of thing. You're like, oh, can we see it? And then obviously, and at the time, I had less than 50 followers, if you remember.
Yeah.
Well, how depressing is that?
No. Really, really beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then has that kind of changed? Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry, my signal went then.
That's okay, don't worry. So then after kind of starting to post your work on TikTok and things, has that kind of changed the way you view the hobby or the way you kind of approach anything within it?
I'll be honest, and you'll probably get the same as me, and a lot of the creators who do kind of painting, like kind of or get the same, is the kind of when you post a video and you get a comment on it or a like that someone's like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I think, and you can get in this rut of kind of, there's only been like 8 likes on it or whatever. But then if you actually break that down, that's 8 random people you do not know who like something
100%
that you've done.
Yeah. If 8 people stood in a room to you and said that they liked what you'd done, you'd be flabbergasted.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me now, posting stuff, like I kind of get a thrill.
Yeah.
And like people enjoying your work and I'm very much now on here to kind of push myself to the new level of competitions and the new style. But along the way, if I can help anyone out, I'll do that.
That's really lovely. I love that. And within all of that, what's been your favourite moment so far? Has there been a favourite comment or a favourite live you've been a part of or anything like that that's made you go, oh, I really enjoy this?
The live the other night I did was fun with obviously you, Super Dude, joining in, and Giant as well. I really enjoyed that, to be honest.
It was fantastic. It was a really fun live. You did an amazing job for that. It'd be your first live. I can tell you now, I did not have 10 people in my first live. I can assure you that did not happen.
It made me laugh because when when you put that clue up about the ID verification required, I was like, when I speak to you next.
Sorry.
It was good. I liked it. It did make me laugh, to be fair.
To be fair, everyone went, we know who it is now.
It was that goat one, the travelling man, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, no, it was the ID one. Everyone.
What was it?
Well, that was obvious. And what have been? So let's talk painting. What's your favourite painting technique you've picked up so far?
I'd say for me, it's kind of where your lights are placed.
Yeah.
And where I'm figuring that out. So a lot of the time you're kind of told your edge highlighting needs to be neat. It doesn't. Like, I'm very much in the camp of my highlights aren't neat whatsoever, because at the end of the day, nothing's neat. It's a textured surface, isn't it? And that's what you're trying to portray. So a lot of my painting style now is very much kind of textures. But as long as the light placement is in the right place, it still gives the impression of what you're trying to sell.
Yeah, definitely. I find it really interesting thinking about the way light's working as well against different textures and reflections and things. Totally with you there. And how do you... So you've been dabbling in freehands recently. Yes. You've been doing some checkers on gas and bits and bobs like that. What are your kind of top tips for the freehands? Because you do it beautifully.
So freehands I've actually always done. So like I've got an Imperial Knight somewhere and that's got a wolf face on that was free-handed. And I'll be honest with you, most people are scared of freehand, but if you block it out in your base colours and just get paint on the model.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. That's your point where you move on from. And then obviously the next one you'll improve, the next one you improve, the next one you improve. I think sometimes I used to do it. You get so in your head that the model you're painting needs to be perfect, when in actual fact, each model you do is a stepping stone to the next technique, the next bettering yourself effectively. So with freehand, it's literally a case of have a reference image, sketch something out, whack it on with paint. I know Dink, when she does her freehand, she uses a pencil. Yeah. So that's a good technique if you want to do it that way. Me personally, I have my two base colours. So I have my base colour without any highlights or anything. And then I have my freehand on top. So if I make a mistake, I can go back in with my base colour. So you can kind of switch between the two. Nice. Then once you've done your freehand and you're happy with it, then bring everything else up. It's the same with like doing eyes. When you do eyes, always do your eyes on your base colour. I don't understand why people leave it to the last point, because if you screw it up, just go back in with a base colour. But a big,
I hadn't even thought about that, because you just have the one colour to touch up then, rather than this blend that you spent hours
doing. Yes. And you're like, oh Christ. But just get paint on the model. Yeah. That's literally, and sometimes if you're in a bit of a rut or don't know what to do with the model, just get paint on it.
Yeah, I love that. Just
and then see what happens.
Picking, button chairing. And what is kind of one technique that you think has really like elevated your paint standards? Like, what's the one technique you could point to and go, that was a big level up?
OSL.
Yeah.
I know people talk about NMM a lot, like non-metallic metal. I feel that, it looks amazing. It's a technique I haven't fully mastered yet, I'll be honest. But I feel a really good OSL on a model outshines NMM, in my personal opinion. Because you're giving, what I'm trying to do now with all my painting is actually create atmosphere and create a story. And I feel like NMM is one of those techniques where it looks incredible, especially like some of these people you see doing it are just incredible. But OSL is one of those things that you don't need to spend ages doing. You don't need an airbrush to do it. You can do it in little phases. Just give it a go. See what happens. Put paint on the miniature. See if it sticks and it works.
It brings a lot of life to a model, I think, as well.
100%. Yeah.
Really, really, really good. And so what are your favourite kind of paints, brushes, tools? What are your like desert island sort of things?
So for me, my paints are Vallejo.
Yeah.
I love Vallejo. Now, don't get me wrong. When I started, I was Citadel. I've got a full box of Citadel stuff, but I'm now switched over solely to Vallejo. I love the stuff. I like the big thing is the pots.
Yeah, massively.
Like, it's a no-brainer. And do you know what? If you're getting into the hobby, there's an YouTuber called Squidmar.
Yes.
He's released some paint sets, and he's basically done 3 of them, like a basic one, a sci-fi one, and a fantasy one. And I think each one contains about 12 paints, a miniature as well. And then on his YouTube channel, he's got videos on how to use the paints in the set and paint that miniature you've got.
Oh, wow.
And he does all his stuff just using those paints. Those 36 paints you get, that's all he uses on any of his stuff. And his stuff is incredible. So sometimes it's a case of you don't need to buy all the paints. You just need to understand the paints you've got.
Yeah.
Wet palette.
Yeah.
I didn't use one for years. Now I've got one. I'm like, oh, okay, this was what the fuss was about.
You got
I used to use like a kitchen tile.
Yeah.
Wet palette. And then the other thing, the big thing I found is I always used to think it was like kind of a snake oil they were trying to sell you, saying that more expensive brushes are better. I always think, oh, brushes are all the same.
Yeah.
They're not.
No, yeah. There's a bit of a difference between sable, isn't there?
Yeah. If you can get a sable brush, it doesn't matter who it's from, Kolinsky, Artis Opus, Squidmar do their own set. Any of those, get one.
Yeah.
They are a game changer.
You only need the one, don't you? But that one is
literally an absolute game changer. It's made doing checks and stuff so much easier than it used to be. But even then, like even the GW stuff, again, like the artificial layer, I think it's called, their one they did. That's what I used for years. It's brilliant. Like,
that's impressive. I did not get along with Citadel ones.
No, that's what I used to use. To be fair, though, I've probably learned on something so terrible that now I've gone to this. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Life changing.
I just don't know the difference.
That's very fair. Oh, and what would you say, like, for a beginner, what would be some advice you'd give a beginner person, something you see starter people do all of the time that you think would make a massive difference to their painting?
Do you know what it is? I would say to anyone at any level, ditch the speed paints and ditch the washes as soon as you can. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not saying they haven't got their place. So I use them if I'm looking to get something out quickly, I'll use them. Washes do have their uses on certain techniques for stuff, but get rid of them. Like, have a go with trying to do volumetric highlighting, understand how to do your shadows, understand how you do the highlight colors. Once you get that down, that's going to take you so much far forward, because you'll almost get in a rut of base colors, highlight, wash, base colors, highlight, wash. And for a while, that was all it was. And now it's very much a style of now, especially with the volumetric highlighting, washes aren't kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then there's like little things like Lamy medium. I remember speaking to you about this the other night. When you're using an airbrush, anything like that, don't use water, use an airbrush thinner. Because it has pigment in, so you still get a stronger colour. And even washes, use airbrush and Lamy medium with washes. They're not just one trick pony. Like, you can actually do blending with washes.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 part wash, so like non-oil Adric Serche, 3 parts Lamy medium, mix it, put it on, let it dry, put it on, let it dry. If you keep doing that and pulling it over, you get a natural fade and blend, like glazing. But it's a lot easier and a lot more simpler and less time consuming as well, because you can just whack a hairdryer on it.
That's a really good, almost like a middle step between that kind of 2 coats and a wash and the glazing.
Yeah. And you can get really cool effects. I don't have it, but I've got a Glotkin somewhere, and that transition from the green to a purple to a black, just using non-oil and washes. And like Gaz, I don't know if you've seen Gaz's horns that I'm doing at the minute.
Yeah.
That I'll be honest, I didn't have the time to sit and glaze it all. So that is Lamy medium and a wash. and Agrax.
Amazing. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Love that. Absolutely amazing. I mean, my next question was going to be shortcuts and cheat codes, but that's the ultimate shortcut and cheat code that I think I've heard. I've never heard anyone say that before. Really, really. Can you make some tutorials on that, please?
Yeah, to be fair, I'll share that on. Where is it? Like, I see I've got there. So you see his horns, how you got the blend?
Yes, yeah.
Just Lamy medium. It took me 20 minutes, if that, 15 minutes.
That's insane. That is amazing. Yeah. Really, really cool. I mean, we'll go on to Gaz next then.
Okay.
Love Gaz. You've been doing a commission. Tell us about the project. How is it going? What have you thought about it? How's the process been?
It is taking me an eternity. Mainly because I keep putting stuff on there. And the problem is, if Ixios wasn't such a nice guy, I'd think, screw it, he can have it. But he's such a nice guy, I'm like, I want to push it for him and make it real. This piece to be an absolute standout piece that he gets, especially when he's got stuff from Dad Hammer and Dink. Like,
you told me you were sending stuff to them before I sent mine back.
Well, I messaged him and said, when are you sending? So I could send mine like a month before yours. So there's no correlation between them. But he has been a labour of love at the minute. It's a little sad, to be honest, the amount of work I'm putting into him that I'm going to kind of send him back. But then on the other side, it's like, it's going to a good home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
it's going to be well loved.
It's like sending a foster dog off. Do you know what I mean? That's the emotion I've got.
We did our time with him.
So he's been good. And it's allowed me to, as well, push different techniques. So like, doing I don't know, shed ton of freehand. Like the other night, I was last night while you guys on live, I was working on the banner knob again, getting his checks on, and I've decided my problem is when I look at a miniature, I'll be working on it, and then I'll go, it's kind of like an ADHD brain. I'm like, oh, that'll look good on this. Yeah. Let me do this, and then I'll do that, and then I'm like, oh, what about it's like the banner at the front that's in red? I was like, that could do with checks, so I put some checks on, and then I was looking at the base. I was like, could have a little bit more. And then I found a little Gretchen from one of my old sets for years ago. And I was like, well, he's now going to go on the base. So then I've added that. And then I was like, well, I can't tell everyone I love OSL if I'm not doing OSL. So now I'm doing an OSL. And then I was like, I see the video about streaking grime, and I was like, I've never used that before. I'm going to use that now. And then, I was like, oh, pigments, my pigments. So now I need to put my pigments
everything on it.
Everything is going on this model. Literally every technique, everything I got in my box is going on this thing. And pigments are incredible as well. Yeah. Have you used much of them?
I haven't.
So I'll be honest with you, they can create amazing techniques like dust effects and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, you can buy, the cheap way is to get the chalk crayon, the chalk crayons. Use a razor blade to scrape off a powder, and that's basically a pigment.
Oh, yeah.
And if you get like
eyeshadow would work too.
Yeah. If you get like a dark brown, you can create dust on the bottom of marines, and you just need like a matte varnish just to set it, so when it moves, it doesn't brush off. Like on guns, if you've got a black, it creates like a soot. Like things on tanks, you can create a soot effect. I love using pigments as well. And then if you mix them with water, you can create like rust.
Oh yeah, because it'll dribble. Yeah, I really love that. Really, really cool. And have you used it much on Gaz?
I'm going to use it everywhere. I haven't yet, so I'm finishing the OSL, and then I'm going to go on to weathering. So I'll probably do the base first, then I'll do the weathering. So it ties into the legs. Yeah. So I'll put the kind of the pigments on the base once I've finished it, and then so it ties in. But then there's like these little exhaust things at the top, so I'm going to put black so it looks like black soot has been coming out from the top.
Oh, amazing. That sounds really cool. Love it so much. And so it sounds like you very much take a commission piece in a different road to how you take one of your personal pieces.
Yeah. I'll be honest, in a minute I haven't really done much painting for myself. Okay. So because I did obviously. Well, Travelling Man was for the competition, and then kind of straight after Travelling Man, I've gone into this commission for Ixios. So that was kind of the transfer from one to the other. After this is finished, he was on about getting me to do his Red Terror, which I'll happily do for him, not a problem at all. Do that for him, and then I think there's a couple of projects I want to go. So I've got my Armageddon box. Haven't opened it yet, and I've got an amazing idea because I've got an old Stomper somewhere. You know the Orc Stomper?
Yes.
I've got one, so I need to find it and put it together because it's definitely broken. It's like 20 years old, but I have one somewhere. And I want to create like a cyberpunk Orc army. So like blended checkers from like violet purple to like violet blue with the underneath the cross hatching. OSLs of like neon signs on their faces and feet, like a real cyberpunk purple, blue, black color scheme, like kind of the metrics coding on the banners, like checkers, like just like kind of that real futuristic kind of style. Yeah, in your face. And I want to redo all the bases with like scratch build stuff because I love doing dioramas.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things I adore in this hobby. So any chance I get to go, let's spend time on a base, I'll do it. So I want to do a real big, and then I love painting yellow.
Yeah.
I adore it. So I'm going to do the Space Marines as Imperial Fists.
Nice, very cool. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, so it'll be the same as I've done with Gaz, just with the flesh and the skin tone shadows.
Yeah. That sounds amazing, though. I'm really excited to see all of that. Really, really fun. So, in the future, do you think you might enter some more competitions with some of these models you've got planned?
Yeah, so I've been speaking to Dink and Dadhammer, kind of privately, just sort of saying, look, I want to kind of go to the next level. So as I touched on before, the painting style has changed from when I used to be doing it. Like, it's very much high contrast style, volumetric, light. There's a lot more kind of, you need to kind of understand the miniature, understand what you're painting than it used to be. So I think there's a competition coming up later this year called Mithril Brush.
Oh, nice.
So it's Lord of the Rings only.
Oh.
And they have like loads of winners will get bronze, loads of winners will get silver, loads of winners will get gold. And I want to enter that, and that will be my first kind of pushing myself to get something. But the biggest thing I'm going to take away after speaking to Dadhammer was I'm not going to aim for this year. If it's done in time, it's done in time and I'll enter it. If not, I'll do it next year. I think because what I'll then start to do is push, try and speed up, take a shortcut. I think it's going to be one of these projects where I kind of take my time with it and kind of go slowly, build up the lighting, build up the story, because I want to get a plinth and do, the Goblin King. I think they did Escape from Goblin Town.
Yes,
so I want to have him sat on his throne with a load of goblins crawling up the plinth over, I'll make the wood and I'll have them all crawling up over the top. I have like a natural kind of OSL from the right hand side, but then a blue. So the skin tones on them, I want to kind of be fiery and then cool on one side. So
nice. That sounds amazing.
So that's the plan. I want to do the new Travelling Man.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope you're doing it as well this year.
I will be. Do we know when it's coming out?
We don't. I did see they said something about having one in between the one because it's August usually the one.
Yeah, I think so.
Some August, October, but they did send a message saying, because they've gone so high and popular, we're gonna do another one in between. So I'd be interested to see that, because again, that really pushes you as a painter, I think. Totally. To understand, like in mine this year, I got a brown, 2 blues, and a yellow. I was like, what am I going to do?
Did amazingly with it. You would not have known that you were limited on colours at all. I was really jammy. I basically got a red, yellow, and blue in both
you bastard. Oh, yeah, I really like. Do you know what I loved about your one? Is the emotion that you created with it.
Thank you.
Do you know we're going back to storytelling and like kind of thing? I absolutely loved that about your one.
Oh, thank you very much. I think that's the thing that I've heard a lot about competition areas as well, though, is like they want to see your model tell a story and they want to see it kind of have that, like you say, that atmosphere, that depth, and you can almost see that character in a battlefield or doing whatever it's supposed to be doing, can't you? But no, amazing. And so you're planning on doing a Lord of the Rings competition piece. Are you going to be working on more than one competition piece at the same time, or just are you honing in on one?
No, I think from what I've learned from being burnt out before, I think I need to have a couple of projects on the go.
Yeah.
So I can dip in between out, and it's not a case of like this Armageddon box. If I sit and slog through that, it'll burn me out. I think I need to switch it up.
Yeah.
And kind of switch between different things. So I want to do that. I'm not ready for Golden Demon yet. Looking at the level it needs to be. I will get there.
Yeah.
That's the target. But I know I'm not ready yet. But I need to at least kind of, for me, when it comes to it, I'm not expecting to win. Like, I kind of just want to do better than I did the year before. Like, if I don't get anything one year, maybe I've got a finalist pin or a notable mention the next year, and then the year up, like that is enough for me. So the big thing for this Lord of the Rings one, I think it's a good area because there's more than one winner. The thing with Golden Demon is it's kind of, there's only the top three and finalist pins. That's it. Whereas I think there's another one Dink was on about that happens down south, like Siege something or.
Yeah, I remember her telling me about a few different ones.
That one has levels as well. So for me, I'm going to target the ones that have different levels, so I can kind of use it as a place to understand where I am, and then kind of go up through there and get more of an understanding, really, and like and progress from there.
That's a really good way of tackling it. I really, really like that kind of method. So in terms of like inspiration for these kind of ventures that you're going on, do you have like a favorite miniature artist that you kind of look to of like, whoa, that's
anyone? Roman Lappat, you mentioned him earlier. Roman Lappat, if you haven't seen his work, Google it.
And he does it all with a brush like this big.
Yeah. He literally does it with like a paint roller, like. But his big thing was getting colours on the miniature, and that's something massive I learnt from him. Was he? Do you know what? There's a really good video of him on Squidmar where he goes over and does a lesson with them. Watch that, because he literally is just getting paint off with his fingers and put it on a model. And he was like, the biggest thing he was like, just get paint on a model. And even now, Giant's done a couple of good videos on it. You know, when he's done his basing with his rattle cans, using like Zenithal highlights, but using different colours to create kind of like different shades, different things, and then that can really help you take where you want to go then with a model.
Yeah, just having that.
Roman Lappat, there's on his Instagram, he's done this rhino. It's disgustingly good.
Yeah.
Like,
everything else is disgustingly good.
But then there's so many Spanish good painters as well.
Yeah.
Like Flamion. There's loads. And you're like, what is in the water in Spain that makes them...
isn't it?
There's something about Spanish painters. They're just amazing. So and they've got good Patreons, to be fair. They're not expensive. And they do one-on-one models that you can kind of follow step by step. So it's worth checking a couple of those guys out. Richard Gray as well. He's a old Golden Demon winner. He's fantastic. But Roman Lappat and Lucas from Squidmar. He's won 3 Golden Demons now. I know.
It's just a whole different level, isn't it? It's like a whole different world.
Yeah.
Insane. And is there any of those that you kind of draw your ideas from in particular? Is there like your ideas guy, your colours guy, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so for me, now trying to understand this new style of painting, Roman is my go-to for inspiration.
Yeah.
Because he's just disgustingly good. And what's worse is he's a really nice bloke. Anything I've seen of him, he's like, it's like when you see someone so talented, you're like, oh, I bet they're a dick. And then he actually is really nice, and it makes you hate him a little bit because you're like, he's really talented and he's really good. And you're like, oh, I kind of wish you weren't.
I mean, some of his Beyond Your Imagination astronaut.
Yes.
Where it's like chipped into the frames and
insane. Him, Squidmar are amazing for their tutorials. They've taught me a lot about kind of volumetric highlighting and kind of colours to go, because it's completely new for me. So they're really good. And then, as I said, there's Flameon on Patreon, and he does models step by step that you can kind of follow, go along with, and they're really good as well.
I mean, his non-metallic metal is just absolutely insane as well.
Don't you just hate people? Yeah. See what I mean? About Instagram
videos, and you're like, you're a dick. You're a dick.
I quit. That's AI. I quit.
Totally. And in terms of you, what's your next kind of big TikTok project for starters?
I'll be honest, I want to try and build up a bit of a following like you guys have. Get people, start doing maybe some more lives. I kind of want to take, where I see my kind of TikTok going is I want to progress myself to kind of competition level, kind of like this Roman Lapat. That's where I want to go with a hobby. I'm nowhere near that yet. But I'm in a nice middle ground where the stuff I do, I think, are a good tabletop standard. Yeah. If not slightly higher. Not trying to be arrogant, but some of the stuff I do paint is quite good. And if I can help anyone at all, and like sometimes it's like verbal diarrhea when I'm trying to give help and advice, and it never meant to come across as arrogant, because sometimes you can only send it in a message. It's sometimes anyone needs help on anything. If I'm learning something new, or if you want, again, criticism, it's not a case of me being a dick. It's sometimes you need someone to sort of say, it's good, this is where it falls down. And it just all goes back to kind of goes back to doing like the shading, stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. I think you really hit the nail on the head there in terms of like feedback as well. As it's a really lovely community we're a part of that are so supportive to each other. But sometimes you're like, but tell me what's wrong with it. Or let it better.
yeah, that's the problem. And then I reached out to people. That's what I've done. I didn't know Dad Hammer, I didn't know Ding, I didn't know yourself. I've just reached out to people and gone, what's wrong with this? Like, I know at one point on Gaz, I sent you a message going, I've spent ages on this. I feel like it looks shit. What do you think?
And also sometimes just like wipe those blinkers away for you, because when you have been looking at a model for 50 hours, sometimes you don't see it.
It does. And I did into the competition not that long ago, UK Games Expo.
Yes.
Coast painting competition. That's the first kind of big competition I've entered since 15, 16, 17 years ago. And one of my best mates, he was with me. Now, he isn't a miniature painter at all. And when the awards, I didn't win anything, getting mentioned on any of the awards. And when he's on your shoulder going, oh, you should have painted it better then, shouldn't you? that's the sort of encouragement you need. This, better look next time. Oh, you should have done better, shouldn't you? Maybe you should have tried putting some paint on it. Like, it's banter, don't get me wrong, but that's
painted it well.
Yeah. Oh, should have done what he did. Cheers, mate. Yeah, thanks.
Oh my gosh, that's so intense, but fair. Yeah. Oh, so as like kind of a last question before we go into the speed round and the comments questions, what's your goal for you said about the painting competition, but for the next year, where do you want to see everything go?
So for me, I'd like to just get more people involved, get more followers on the old TikTok, kind of do maybe some group sessions. So kind of like Ixios touched on it. I think it's a good idea of getting a couple of people who want to learn how to do something on a live together, kind of prep it a little bit before, so I kind of let people know kind of what colours to get, and then we kind of do a step by step. So then even people who are in the comments can then join in and sort of go, oh yeah, we're doing it along. Kind of push myself a little bit more with techniques and stuff, and then kind of just more tutorially stuff. But stuff sign outside the box, like I don't have the time to sit and like. My problem is I don't have the time to sit through and watch a 20-minute video on glazing on YouTube.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
I lose interest in it. Like literally, it bores me. So I want more, or everything I put to be quick, kind of concise, kind of like, oh, this is how you do this. Join in. This is how you do this.
That's a really good method, because yeah, you're right. Especially like 2 small children myself, I can't sit down for an hour and learn how to use my paintbrush. It's got to be quick. Oh, okay. Are you ready for your speed round?
Yes.
Okay, ready? Best takeout?
Chinese.
Nice. Favourite day out with Mini, KB?
Anywhere they're not beating me up.
Love that. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Nice. And lastly, your ideal Warhammer themed date?
Leave me alone and let me do it on my own.
Go into the other room whilst take the children with you and leave me alone.
Yeah. My other half is not into this. Like, she is the polar opposite of me. Like, she's cool, basically. I'm the nerd. Like, I like Lego, I like board games, I like painting miniatures. But to be fair, she's always supported me. And she's kind of like, I'll let you geek flag wave kind of thing. So although she doesn't understand it, she's amazing. She was the one who bought me my first airbrush.
Really?
Yeah. She messaged a mate of mine and basically said, oh, what do you want? And he had to then research it to tell her. So, yeah.
That's really beautiful. I absolutely love that. Oh, well, thank you very much for asking all of those questions. I will now open up the comment section. Good luck. This can sometimes get a bit sketchy at this point. But we'll open that up for some questions. And yeah, thank you very much. You've given some really amazing answers. I'm just going to wait, because honestly, it goes from no questions and then I've got 27 that I need to backlog on. There we go. There's the first one. Marty Paints Warhammer asks, if Kirk was a chicken, would you eat his eggs?
No.
No, I agree. Good. There we go. Girly Sarah says, what is one thing you would tell a new person in the hobby?
Just enjoy it. Try not to compare yourself to other people. Think of every kind of model that you do as a step to your next. Understand that don't compare yourself to other people, because you can get in a rut with that. I know I joked around saying, obviously, we've gone online saying, oh, like that. But use them as inspiration to understand what they've done, techniques, kind of what. And then, yeah, just take it. Just don't be hard. And just get paint on on your miniature. Literally, that is it. And always take something positive away.
Love that. I forgot to say as well, before I start the comments, thank you very much for everyone who gifted. There was a ridiculous amount of gifts and treasure boxes. Thank you very much. Never expected, but it is appreciated. Thank you. Atelier Miniatures asks, do you have any art background outside of miniatures?
No, not really, to be honest. I'll be honest, I've always been I know quite in this world there's kind of left brain, right brain. I'm very much a creative side. So anything I can get my hands to. I am a carpenter as well. I don't do it as my job, but carpentry I can do. Plumbing, electrics. It's how I renovate my house without paying anyone.
Love that. Do you want to come do mine? Giant asks, what was your first airbrush?
Do you know what? My first airbrush was a Timberwolf from Amazon.
Nice.
I think there's so much stuff put on about, oh, you need to get best airbrush. You don't. I've still got a, where is it? I've got a, oh, I can't find it. Oh no, there it is. I got this not that long ago. Again, Green Stuff World, 20 quid.
Yeah.
It's a 0.2 needle. It'll do everything you need it to. Pricing point doesn't really matter. What I would say is try and get yourself a compressor with changeable PSI.
Yeah. I've got 3 levels.
Yeah. Yeah, you get more kind of the high viscosity. Sometimes you need the high PSI, low viscosity, lower PSI. And then when you kind of go through the techniques, I'll be honest, nowadays I kind of only ever use my airbrush for the main
like the
OSL. Bit. And then I'll go in with brushes. I prefer using brushes. So,
I use it for bulky bits, to be fair. St. Anger asks, do you like your sandwiches cut into squares or triangles?
Triangles.
Nice.
Because I don't really, I'll be honest, I usually get them from Tesco. The meal deal. Card. Talk to me.
Love it. If you could bring one character back from the dead, who would it be? I'm assuming he would reference to Warhammer.
You're asking the wrong person.
He said character. Well, I'll ask you if you could bring one person
back. Yeah. Robin Williams.
Nice. Yeah. Good shout. Nice one. What is one technique you would recommend for someone starting to learn techniques? So this is from Girly Sarah. She wants to learn like an initial technique.
I think, like I said, like drop using washes and start using volumetric highlighting.
Layering her highlights.
Yeah. And understand where your light sources are coming from. Your first ones will look terrible, but that's the point. It's kind of understanding what's going on. I now realise, I know I joke about it all the time and say about glazing, but really glazing is a massive thing you need to learn. I hate to admit it, but that is what separates kind of us from competition winners is glazing and spending the time doing it. That's it.
With you,
but then if you, like I said, using the Lamia medium, there's other techniques you can do to start off with to start.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and and everyone will say getting in a brush. Everyone always say, everyone will say, "Oh, get an airbrush." No, you don't.
It's not essential, is it?
No. Don't get me wrong. Like for OSL, it is massively helpful. But even, I'll be honest with you, when I'm going to do this competition piece later in the year for Mithril Brush, I'm going to plan to do my OSL with no airbrush.
Yeah, because you want that control over it.
Yeah, and I want to control where the shadows are going and really push it where I want. But glazing is, and I've always kind of been like, oh, it just takes forever though. But then Dad Hammer said it, and then Dink said it when she was on your Mini Masters, and I was like,
we've got to do it. We've got to bite the bullet and deal with it.
Yeah. And I think as well, taking your time. So even if you're not getting the glazing down, take your time going through the colours. Yeah. So if you're trying to go from a shadow colour to your highlight colour, don't just go kind of, what they'll say is, oh, here's your base colour, here's your layer colour, here's your highlight colour. And typically what people do is do that, base layer, then the highlight. But then you can then go to start off with, do your base layer, then a 50-50 mix, then your middle layer, then a 50-50 mix, then a highlight. And then as you get more and more and more, you can then do 75%, 25%, slowly working the ratio through. Yeah. And what you'll do, even if you haven't got glazing down yet, even if you start doing that, your blends will be a lot smoother.
Yeah, you can almost mimic glazing by doing that sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. But then combined with the glazing, it just looks incredible.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. Dink asks, what's your favourite biscuit?
Chocolate hobnob.
Oh, bold choice. I like it. Very good. That's okay, Geek Girl. You're not late. You didn't have to be here. It's like you've come in. Attilia says, were you ever on Cool Mini or Not when it was about painting miniatures?
No.
I don't understand that question. Sorry.
It rings a bell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe you were. Who knows? Let's find that again. What's different with the needle sizes? Good question. I like that.
So they'll go through a load of stuff. Honestly, 0.2, 0.3 are the only ones you ever need. 0.3 is a good all-rounder. 0.2 gives you more control. In honesty with you, for miniature painting, it's more about setting the PSI, distances, and taking the cap off as well. So on the end of your airbrush, you've got this. Atelier did a really good video on it the other day. Yeah. So this little bit on the end, if you take that off and you've just got the needle showing, you get a lot more. You can really push your highlights and get a lot more control of where it's going.
Mine's disgustingly clogged. I like that though. I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
There's an argument going on down here between some people.
This is not about the best biscuits, is it?
Oh, no. Kirk says my light source be on the ceiling. Yeah, Dink says glazing is amazing. I always advise learning it. She's totally right. I glazed something and it looked incredible. Like
her video, she did a photo thing the other day, like photos in stages. Really helpful.
Really helpful.
To have a look at that, and because I've kind of avoided glazing. I know how to do it, but again, like we say earlier, the difference between us, Dink and Dad Hammer, is we don't let our paints dry. Yeah. We ain't got time for that. So I think, yeah. So yeah.
Absolutely. Kirk says, what model would you recommend for someone who wants a challenge?
I like kind of fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
So real kind of anything with skin tones is a real good challenge, because skin tones are one of those things that can really kind of be a pain in the backside. Orcs as well, with kind of going into the freehand side of stuff. But yeah, skin tones are a quite difficult one. So anything with the skin. I really enjoy playing Skaven. I did a piece years ago where it was like the when they relaunched them and they had that one with a cannon. I did it on like a cart with a guy underneath, like scared. I've got photos somewhere, but I don't know where the model's gone.
Nice, very cool. Atelier says, compete to win or just enter the competition for experience?
Enter for experience. Don't get me wrong, it'll be lovely to win one of these days, but for me, it's like, at the minute, I'm like a dog chasing a car. So, like, with this competition side, I'm a dog chasing a car. One day, the dog will catch the car, and when he does, he won't know what to do.
Yeah.
So at the minute, that's kind of where I am. I'm just doing it for the enjoyment, just to kind of
elite level.
Yeah. Yeah, and sort of get that kind of just enjoyment, really. Like, I don't play the game. Me and a friend, we bought the miniatures to play a game, and then then he was like, he hates painting, so he was like, oh, you can paint them. So for me, then it was kind of like, I really want to push and kind of start doing the painting side.
I think that's quite common with people that paint and don't play as well, because you want still
want to
work towards something.
Yeah. So I think the competitions for me are a real good kind of starting point to finishing point.
Yeah, love it. Dink agrees with your hobnob choice.
Oh, of course she does. She's northern.
Yeah, and she's correct. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dad Hammer asks, what has been the most challenging technique you've tried to do, and do you avoid any?
Yes. So non-metallic metal. Yeah. I need to spend time to do it and understand it. I did do a little bit, and it was kind of a bit like, oh, I ain't got the time for this. It's the attention span thing. I think that's what it is. It's the setting time. I think with the competition side, it's really going to force me to sit and actually do it. So non-metallic metal is kind of a big one I need to master, because that's where everything's going now. Any metal has to be non-metallic metal for competition level. So for me, that'll be something I need to kind of start going on. And then OSL intimidated me for a long time. But then actually when you start getting the paint on,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I have implemented a little rule for myself as well, where I have a commission, a competition piece, and a personal project on the go at any one time.
Okay.
As soon as I finish one, it gets replaced with a new one, so there's 3 models to just dip between when I get fed up with the other. Apparently, Cool Mini or Not used to be a great site for learning about mini painting, and they started making games. Very cool. What time do you think is reasonable for bed?
Right. I always like to think you should get 8 hours, but then it gets later and later. Like, you put the kids to bed, you'll have your dinner, I'll watch something on telly for a bit. My other half will go, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I'll say, all right. And then she's like, are you staying up here? And I'm like, no, I'm going to go do some painting. And then I start something, I look at the time, and I'm like, oh, God.
It's 3 a.m.
yeah. Time for bed. I'll be like, I'll just see who's on the live, and then there's you like chatting away.
Yeah. Oops. Dick's really happy that the picture tutorial helped you. And so far, that's the end of questions. So we will give another kind of 5 minutes, see if anyone else has any more questions that pop up. But yeah, otherwise, thank you very much. You've given some absolutely amazing advice, and I am going to steal you for some weathering on these nights. I got there in the end on my other one, but it took a lot.
The panels you touched in the other night look all right now.
Yeah, I did a lot of touch up on it. So I did what you suggested. Actually, I glazed a lot of it, and the red one I just redid. I just put the liquid mask on and did it again because I was fed up. Do you think Grey Knight Kirk has a screw loose?
Oh yeah. Is a sky blue?
Grass green?
Yeah, lovely guy, but definitely a screw loose. I feel sorry for Sarah.
Yeah, she's his carer. And then we just help out when she's at work.
yeah, when he's lost. He's got. If Sarah isn't here, please call.
Oh, we love him though. Do you prefer building or painting?
Painting.
Yeah.
Can't stand building.
Easily. Very easy.
It's just so draining.
Yeah. It's I personally make Mr. Details do all the building.
I was just about to say Mr. Detail does all of yours, doesn't he? Because the amount of times I hear, like, in the background, oh yeah, I built this, and then, excuse me.
Dad Hammer loves building? No.
I refuse to believe it, Dad Hammer.
And then Kirk's gone, listen, right, I've got nothing, carry on.
Yeah. I was building, bearing in mind, the last time I built something was quite a while ago, because the competitions I've done were only small miniatures. There's only a couple of bits. And then I got Gaz out of the box that Ixios sent me. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, it took me like a night and clearing mould lines. All right, this is my pet hate. Right, we have a bit of a moan here. Look at Dad Hammer. Right, I've just quickly before I go on this rant. Dad Hammer, way more painted, but I'm a simple creature. Because his painting's phenomenal. That's what.
He could just do it, can't he? Yeah.
Like, he was given a gift of being an incredible painter, and he's like, oh, I prefer building more. Yeah, building. And then, like, getting rid of mould lines. Like that Glotkin, I'll try and find it at some point and put a video up. But I spent quite a while on the building it, and then there's this stinking mould line on his leg the whole way down. Like, it was at a point where I was like, actually, I could do a bit more on this and get it to a competition level to, like, just enter it and have some fun. But that mould line, and, like, when you're building miniatures, you got to go around taking the mould line off, and then, like, and then some gaps are, like, too big, so you got to use milliput, then sand it. No.
Have you heard this? Haha, mould line removal is like going on a spa on holiday. Oh, baby, no.
I refuse to believe it. I don't believe it's true.
I agree. I think that's just a flat out lie.
He has to hate something about this hobby.
I don't know, did you see him with the freehand on Ixos's cape? He was doing this really beautiful design. He was like,
I know, literally. I seen it the other day. I was like, oh, you bastard. Like, it's so good. And then he messaged me going, oh, yeah, it's all right. It's the first marine I've done. I was like, I hate you even more.
It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, no, Mr. Details has to do it all. Because have you ever tried building a knight?
Yes, I've got a knight somewhere. Yeah, pain in the ass. Although
I did one leg and went, Mr. Detail.
I'll be honest, and this will probably be other people. I had, this old Citadel mold line remover. I lost it, but I thought that was actually a really good tool. Like, people are like, oh, you can just use a razor blade, but for some reason, for me, it worked really well.
I mean, I just use a scalpel. Back of a scalpel as well is good too.
Yeah.
But there you go, Mr. Detail builder for you.
I sent my Armageddon box.
To be fair, Armageddon's push fit, isn't it? That's
but still, then it's still mold lines though, and connection tabs. Honestly,
it's mine. That's hidden. I just cut off all of the connection tabs because it's so much worse, so much worse than if you're just building it like normal. 100% one-piece models all the way.
Oh yeah, if they just come out of the box and they're good. Having said that, I've had some, like, obviously resin is worse when it's molded, like, and you've got to use a hairdryer or water to heat it back up, get it back into shape.
Oh, see, my parents' resin models don't really do that. You just have to scrape off.
New resin models are fine, like the GW ones they used to do. So I've got a couple of the character series.
Oh yes.
Going back now, probably about 10 years, and they were a bit like, trying to bend it back, get it back in.
And now everyone's arguing over nights. Oh gosh. But with that, I think we'll call that. And thank you so much. Honestly, you've been absolutely amazing. And are you going to do some painting with us tonight?
I should do. Need to go sort the kids. I think the kids are in the garden causing havoc. I've heard them screaming. Let's try and sort them out. And if you guys are on, I'll jump on later. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming. Hopefully your kids haven't caused too much havoc. And thank you everybody for watching. And we will see you again next week for, I'm afraid, the season finale is next week.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh no. Do you know what? Actually, just quickly, we've got 5 minutes, right?
Okay.
I know I joked around about saying this to you before about who's going to interview you, and you said no one. I'm taking this opportunity and making a stand to ask you. I'll only ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
And then we'll open the comment section up to you, just for 5 minutes, quickly.
Jesus, okay.
Yeah, I knew if I messaged you saying this, you'd be like, you've ambushed me.
Yeah, I'd be like, nah.
I'm just going to fucking do it. Okay, right. So what has been your favourite miniature to paint?
Ooh, my Nyx. I don't know. Or actually, no. I always like the miniature I don't have to paint for the longest amount of time.
Isn't that a personal preference, though? You could just put a base coat on and do it.
Whatever miniature I'm not working on, I'm really enjoying.
Okay.
But
that's why you've always got 3 projects.
Yeah, I look back very fondly, though, on Nyx and the Chaos Knight I did for Travelling Man.
Okay. No, good. So what is a technique you'd recommend to any beginners?
I agree with you, lighting. Lighting is absolutely everything, and I'm trying to get a hang on glazing because I do think that's a game changer as well. But yeah, volumetrics in general, it's game changing.
Final one then. What do you want to do? Kind of what's your kind of view? What do you want to do over the next year? Any competitions you want to do? Any models you want to do?
I might go into competitions. I have thought about doing some competitions potentially, but yeah, I'm gonna try and refine the skills and get to that level. I've been doing the same as you and talking to Dick Dadhammer. We were on the same paint journey, KB. We're literally like the same painter. how do I microwave a rabbit? From Kirk.
I think that's a you. It's your question.
Is that a me question?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh God. Oh,
There you go.
well,
At least you've had your mini masters.
but I don't do that. I'm not the interesting one. This is why I ask questions. But thank you so much. Thank you for ambushing that on me. And I will see you guys next week for the season finale of Mini Masters. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.